Warning, this show contains strong language and topics that some viewers may find offensive. Listener discretion is advised.
Hello, wrestling fans, and welcome to a breaking news edition of the Suplah. I am on my phone, and I'm Andy Kwan. Roman Reigns sucks, and with me as always is Liam Dunn.
Yes, I kind of just grabbed Andy. He's at a friend's house, bless him, but I've kind of just grabbed Andy simply because...
Roman Reigns has taken me away from my friends.
Yes.
I now hate Roman Reigns more than anyone else on this planet.
Well, let's explain why. Roman Reigns has been suspended by the WWE for 30 days, effective immediately. It's not come out as to what has caused the suspension. We don't know what he has done specifically. What we know is that he's come out on Twitter and he said, and I quote, "I apologize to my family, friends, and fans for my mistake in violating WWE's wellness policy. No excuses. I own it."
Okay, I need to quickly get something off my chest. If anyone in his house, my friend's house, hear this, I'm so sorry. Here's what I feel. Roman Reigns had the biggest opportunity ever. An opportunity that, quite frankly, he didn't deserve. Because nobody wanted to see him. 100,000 people in the Cowboys Stadium, whatever the hell it's called,
AT&T.
were booing him. AT&T Stadium, they were booing him. On top of that, nobody wanted him there, and he was burying people left, right, and centre who were probably in a far better position and deserved it more. And he got a rocket ship stuck up his ass. He was pushed and flown into the moon, and he didn't deserve it. There were better people, and he was pushed to be the next guy, the next John Cena, or the next Hulk Hogan, or the next Steve Austin, or the next Rock. And he ruined it all because he's done something stupid, like taken a load of steroids, or done something dumb. He's ruined it all. And to be completely frank, he is an utter tool. A complete tool. He is the least over, the lowest drawing, and the worst babyface in the history of that company. Fact. People liked Cena when they pushed him. Once upon a time. I know that seems like a long time ago, but, it was a thing. People also liked Stone Cold. They liked The Rock. They liked Hulk Hogan. They liked all of these people. Nobody likes Roman Reigns. But he still gets a push. Vince McMahon was stubborn enough to then push this guy and then have him as the main event of your biggest WrestleMania. Still push him to the point where they've had to mute his mic or mute the mics of the arena, and then he does this.
Yeah.
He got a push that he didn't deserve, and then he fucks it all up because, oh hey, I'm extremely cool. I'm related to The Rock, so I'm built like a tank, but for some reason I need to take a load of drugs. No.
Yeah.
You ruined something you didn't even deserve. Go F yourself, you stupid tool.
It's funny because about an hour ago, me, Sam, and Carmine, we were doing the Suplah show that's coming out this week, where we reviewed Money in the Bank and Raw, and also talked about some other things that happened backstage. And it was during the show, whilst we were recording it, that this news broke. So naturally, we were too involved with what we were talking about that we weren't looking at the dirt sheets. The news broke, and it's just a bit shocking because he is meant to be he is meant to be the face of the new era of the company today. He's kind of been given it from John Cena essentially, and the guy goes and does this. And I know a lot of people dislike Cena, and I know a lot of people think he's a bit too clean, a bit too babyface, a bit too predictable. But Cena's never. Cena's never been suspended, ever. And Roman Reigns, really, within his first major year of being a world champion, has been suspended. And this
Yeah.
is not good. It's very selfish on Roman as well, because the fact of the matter is that he's in a program with his Shield brethren, for lack of a better word, and it's leading up to Battleground. Now, we've done some calculations, and we know that Roman will be back in the company before Battleground happens. However, it seems that between now and when he does return, that will be the entire build for Battleground. So it's not known yet whether they're going to pull him from the main event or if they're just going to keep him off screen and off television, and he will return at Battleground for the title. We don't know yet. What we do know is something that has come out very recently, literally just minutes before we started recording this, is that Dave Meltzer has posted, he's made a comment, and he says that the WWE knew about this test failure before Money in the Bank that happened this past Sunday, which doesn't make sense to me, because why would they have him come on Raw and book the triple threat match unless they are sticking to their guns and having Roman still appear in the triple threat match at Battleground?
That's ridiculous. That's utterly ridiculous. Like, the guy has failed your wellness policy. So he was on something. And then you're going to reward him with a push. That's stupid. Like, if anyone else did that, they'd be buried. They'd be utterly... Titus O'Neil got suspended for hugging Vince, right? And he's getting completely buried on TV. Stop it. Just if there's ever a sign to end this for good reason, end this Roman Reigns experiment, it's now. He was on roids or he's on something. Allegedly, I have to do that. Allegedly, he was on something, or he has to be, to fail wellness.
And here's the other thing. Here's the other thing as well. That's, again, we were talking about how Roman's cocked this up for himself. Well, we think he's cocked it up. We don't know how WWE is going to take things. But a very related note is that it's come out, the attendance records for the house show circuits. Now, for those who don't know, I'll try and get this really quick. We're running out of time. But WWE, when they do a house show tours, they kind of split off into two teams. They do an A team and a B team. So Roman was the head of the A side, which was supposed to be the bigger house shows, and Dean was the head of the B side, which played in smaller towns, in smaller venues. And that's what it was. And it's come out that Roman's tour draws about the same number as Dean's tour. And they're playing in bigger arenas, in bigger towns that can have more guests, more audience. And it's doing the same numbers. So Roman, and it's got to the point now where WWE has said that, well, backstage, is saying that this is becoming a cause for concern. With that in mind, and of course, Roman's now being suspended, I think now they should just finish it. Like, this has just been the worst, most embarrassing failed experiment that WWE has done, right? Eugene was more over than this. Yeah.
I know, this, like, with Diesel, like, they had, again, this is like the Diesel thing. It's like Kevin Nash. They had better people on their roster, but they decided to push Kevin Nash. Why? Same thing. Like, this is in fact, actually, no, I agree with you now. It's actually worse, because 100,000 people, 100,000 people. I can't even fathom how many people that is. I can't even picture it in my head. We're booing this guy, and he's supposed to be the guy, right? As he keeps saying that nobody else does. And if it's not for him getting booed everywhere he goes, because I don't think he's been cheered once this year. And what we're into now, June, right? So he's not been cheered. His reigns have just been lackluster and just a total failure. He hasn't improved at all. In fact, he's crap on the mic. His in-ring stuff's all right. Half the time he's getting carried.
Yeah.
And now he can't even do the simple thing of not putting drugs into his own body. Why can you not do that? It's not hard. They've had a wellness policy for over 10 years. Why can't you just follow it? So he's an idiot. He's a tool. He's not even, by all accounts, he seems like a bit of a dickhead. I don't even like the guy. His character sucks, and I hate to say I told you so, but I keep telling you all that he's a stupid son of a bitch. And the fact is that I was right the whole time, and no one would listen. People are like, "Hey, Andy, you're an idiot. Stop complaining about Roman Reigns all the time." Well, now he's just injected a load of steroids into himself. So congratulations, I was right the whole time. He's a tool. He's ruined this new era, as far as I'm concerned, because he was the face of it. And there's no coming back from this. There's no way. Did Cena fail a wellness violation? No. Did The Rock? No. Did Austin? No. Did Hogan?
Just to play devil's advocate very quickly though, just as we're wrapping up, Randy Orton did fail around 2 to 3 times, and he was fine. But the fact remains is that at least Orton was still a draw, and that's kind of where
Orton was a draw. Andy was over. And when he was cheered, people cheered him. When he was a heel, people booed him. They didn't consecutively boo Randy Orton all the time. Roman Reigns is a total failure. Shame on Roman for doing this, and shame on Vince. Why would you push a guy that isn't a draw, that you knew wasn't a draw, that people were booing every night, and you had him on pay-per-view, and you also had him on Raw for some reason, even though you knew that he failed wellness. So shame on you. Shame on them all. They're all idiots as far as I'm concerned. And this Roman Reigns experiment needs to stop.
All I will say is that it finally explains why this was, and this is something that Sam revealed to me on the Suplah that we recorded earlier today, only about 2 hours ago or so. This explains why this is the first time that Roman has lost cleanly in a singles match since 2012 against Adam Rose in FCW. Let's just put it that way. Anyway, let's wrap it up. I am, of course, Liam Dunn. Thank you, Andy, for joining me. I know you're at your friends. Go and drink beer or whatever it is you do on a Tuesday night.
I play FIFA and drink Coca-Cola, not beer, on a Tuesday night, because I'm not that hardcore.
Sure. Anyway,
so I've been Andy Swan.
I've been Liam Dunn, and be sure to check out our review that's coming out in a couple of days.